Hey everybody, I figured I was just going to throw together a update video on the bonsai. I kind of went fishing 5 days in a row, threw out 5-6 different fishing, goldfish videos. So I'm going to throw a quick where the trees are now. I'll also show you the ones to be watching for. I'm going to actually start doing a little styling on a few of these, so stay tuned. Alright, we're starting off outside. I'm just going to show you a few of the trees that I'm going to, this is it's called a Birch River clump. I actually just picked this one up at Walmart for like $20, and it's already, fairly solid, thick, stout. And then I don't know if you can make out there the buds, they started popping out here in the last few days. We had warm weather. Of course, it turned cold again now. But it's a huge tree right at the moment. Well, it's taller than I am. It's going to be chopped down, and that'll probably be in the next week or so. I'll probably chop it to there, and then this one will be the, if you leave some of these as the branches, this will be the leader coming up, and not too high, so it'll shorten it. Then this huge vine, if you can make that out, is actually wisteria. I've got future plans for it, but it's already kind of has a tree type looking trunk to it. I picked it up at a little nursery place up north. I'm kind of in the shade. I just wanted to get these outside. The main update I'm wanting to do is to the plants I moved back inside, but of course this is I had something trying to dig in there, so I threw that piece of deadwood on it. This is the one I'm hoping, I've got big plans for, the sycamore. But nothing's popped out on it yet. It's not ready to go anywhere. This is another wisteria I picked up. And then these finally showed life. I don't know, you guys have probably seen these in a lot of pictures and, little videos out here. And I collected these early on. And also I took cuttings off the Rhode Island red maple and stuck them in with this, and then they've started popping out. But this guy here I was worried about, but you can tell their buds are starting to pop out, and there's a few more that weren't even there that are popping out right there. So this little gnarly looking trunk thing is alive and gonna make it. And then this one, of course, you can make out these there's a bunch of them along the bottom, and then it's even popping one out way up here. Of course, all that will probably be chopped off way down there somewhere, but they did make it. Of course, I got this monster. I picked it up, and let me try to get in here where you can see. If you guys, this has a hard time. I'm thinking about starting way down here and chopping right into here, and just starting it off as a shortening it up right off the bat is probably the best thing. But it does have this cool twist going right here, so I could take it to this next one, but that might make for too tall of a tree. And you might remember this one from another video. I went ahead and chopped it down some. It had crazy growth starting. I wanted to use it down here. I've kind of nicknamed this one Fingers, because certain parts of the trunk at the bottom where the roots start actually almost remind you of fingers, and then it's got the crazy other side of it, almost looks like the palm of your hand with 4 fingers, and it's little bud starting there. I may let it grow out. That'd be the thumb. It may turn into a cool tree. We'll call it the hand. We're down in the bass cave, and these are the trees that I kind of moved back and forth. They could stay outside. A lot of these were collected out, but I didn't want to. This guy isn't doing too bad, and this is the one. This will probably be the next video I put out. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this guy down because we've got some growth started down here, but like what you guys, a lot of you hear him talking about taking the vigor out of the top, So on to the next one. I don't know what kind of tree this is either. I basically don't know unless it's written on it, or it's a sycamore. And you hardly find one that's collected from the wild that has a wrote down on it what it is. But there's some good life starting, but this one all seems to be at the bottom. It's kind of the opposite of what you would think. You would think up here, and maybe because the roots were damaged pretty hard, but I haven't really seen any buds starting to pop, or hardly anything coming at the top, but the bottom has started. Just, I don't know if you can make out, there's the one that originally popped up, but there's a couple right around it, and then there's a few up. It's life, I guess, slowly starting to work up the trunk. These have popped out in the last week, so I'm just going to leave, keep it watered and see what happens with it. And then I'll go to this one real quick since it's here. But this is one of my favorites as far as had this gnarly, I don't know what, over a softball sized trunk. But it hasn't shown any signs of life. I may have not made it, this one may not make it, I don't know. I'll keep watching and watering it and see what happens. We'll jump over here to these guys. They won't need, this is one you've seen in the video I'd styled. And I actually I think I made a mistake. You'll see a few of these trees have some leaves damage and stuff. I moved them outside. We had 65, 75 degree days for about 3 days. I moved them outside and watered them every morning, and most of them seem to be fine. Of course, this is a ficus. It's more of an indoor plant, but the lows were only like 55, so I thought it'd be all right. And it's not bad, but it looks like it didn't do as well outside. This one, what I call the beaver, and you could almost make out an alligator eating the beaver on the live part to the dead part, but I'm not going to be styling it real soon or anything, but I do have some plans of maybe taking this one. If I don't get any life popping up down here, I might wire this early on and get it down draped to where I'll have kind of a foliage pad here. Then as these grow up here, I'll move them down. I'll probably, almost like a windswept, I'm thinking I'll keep a canopy up in here somewhere, but I'm thinking I'll start working some branching over here, and probably this side will stay bare, but we'll see where we go. And then a little guy in the back. Yep, he's still there. He's still little. And we'll move over to here. This is what I call Noah's desk. This is the table. He has a bunch of his junk on, but I've also got some bonsai plants on it. This guy fared the worst. This is like a weed. It was growing. It was going nuts. I mean, it's still alive, but after putting it outside, it did not like that at all. So this little weed will not go back outside. I'll just keep it down here, and hopefully it'll be all right. And then this guy, which is just a, I don't know, chunk of wood, has actually started. If you can make out, I've got one bud started to pop out on him, and a few other spots look to maybe be starting to pop out. So, and like I said, that one had a bunch of roots left, so I figured it would make it for sure. It's a little slow going, but I think it'll be all right. And then this guy, I did a horrible wiring job, but juniper, they just, once you kind of style them, they're good to go for quite a while. But the one that I'll be working on also, I'll probably work on a smaller one, put a video together for that and cut it back. Not hard, just prune it a little bit, cut it back some, mainly some of the smaller branches that just have started. Cut them back to 2, then they'll go to 4, that kind of thing. So then this one, I took it outside, and I mean it's still doing, it's fine, but a lot of these, the leaves did not like that, but there's all kinds of life going on way in here, and I probably made the mistake. You can see the trunk system, and I'm pretty sure this has been grafted at one point, which that should heal up, but I should have probably cut this back a lot harder. You can see a lot of the new foliage starting to pop up out here, leaves. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. I'm trying to grow this channel as much as I can. This would be the next tree. You'll probably see in a video of kind of a styling, not so much. The overall, I guess real quick I should tell you, the overall plan, I'm just kind of letting this grow, but this will probably all eventually be worked down to a point where, well, we'll do that in another video. Thanks for watching.